Hey guys, how you doing? How you been? Whatever. So, girl, you say so at every start of the video. Um, so this is not it. You see this right here? This piece right here. This is what I want all of my ends to look like all the way around. But I can't figure it out. This ain't what I wanted, but whatever. Anyway, so let me tell you, last night, look at them nails. My thumb broke yesterday. But last night, I made a peach, I'm gonna call it a peach pie cobbler. Well, see, here's the thing. On the intranets, they have peach cobbler where first of all, they're using canned peaches. Like, really, people, how hard is it to go and get peaches, peel them, and cook them up? It's not that hard. But I will say, I paid $10 for 8 damn peaches, and I was irritated. I almost put them back. If I was a thief, I would have stole them damn peaches, because why are they $10? But anyway, so I bought the peaches, and I peeled them. I think I kind of jacked them up. I wasn't thinking right. So I don't always use my ear, because I like outside air. Since, it's the winter time, I'm always cooped up in the house. I like to open the windows a lot, even when it's hot as I don't know what. So it'll be like, the thermostat will say 80, but it don't feel like that to me. And plus, downstairs is cooler than upstairs. So anyway, I got the peaches, brought them home, and I left them in the little produce bag sitting on a table, which it really wasn't even hot to me down there, but it ended up turning them a little mushy, and that's not how I bought them at all, because I made sure to fill them to make sure they were firm but slightly ripe, So when I went to cut them, some of them ended up turning mushy, but they still held their shape, and I still was able to cook them down with anyway, wait, before I get to that, so on the intranets, they make it like, which I don't know if this is true or not. I'm not a cobbler person for real, so I don't know which is right or wrong. See, I thought peach cobbler was you make the pie crust, put the peaches, and put the crust on top. That's what I thought cobbler was, right? But according to the intranets, cobbler is you put the butter in the pan, put the canned peaches, because that's all everybody was using, and you make this batter out of like flour, sugar, salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, I think that was it, maybe, and milk. I think they stir it up and you pour it on top, and then it bakes up like cakey. See, I didn't know that was cobbler. I thought it was like real dough, like a pie crust. So I was like, I don't like that. And I feel like I made that before, and I was like, this ain't what my brain tell me that cobbler is. So I don't want this. So I ended up making pie crust, buttery pie crust, which I didn't think it was gonna come out right, because I made it, and then I feel like I had ended up putting too much water in it, so it ended up being a little bit sticky, and then I didn't add more flour to it. I was just like, forget it, wrapped it in plastic, put it in the refrigerator. And then when I took it out, it was hard as a brick for whatever reason. So I just took a tiny piece and let it warm up with my fingers, and I threw it in the oven, let it brown a little bit, and then I took it out, ate it. It was banging. I was like, okay, although it's not working like I want it to, I'm gonna eat it because it's good. And so I just warmed the dough up with my hands and tried to like mash it in the pan. came out great though. It's just that when I was rolling it out, it kept sticking to the rolling pin, and I don't have a wooden rolling pin. But I didn't flour my surface. I didn't flour the rolling pin. None of that. I was just being kind of lazy. So, but the second dough, I did end up putting flour down and rolling it out with more flour. So I put I made my mix with I put the peaches in there after I sliced them up, which they had a little juice in them already. I added brown sugar, white sugar, vanilla, nutmeg, and I don't think I put no salt in there. Cinnamon. And so and butter. I put butter in there as well. So I didn't let it cook fast. I just did like a little simmer. And then I added cornstarch because I do not like no runny pie. It's still not as thick as I wanted it to be, but I do not like no runny pie. So I did like a little cornstarch slurry, poured it in there. I did that a couple of times because I didn't measure it. I was just pouring it in there, and I wanted it to thicken up. So then after I put my pie crust in the pie pan, then I poured the filling inside, and then my other piece of pie crust was like acting up, so I just I picked it up, tried to throw it on top. It fell apart, like the side of it stuck to the board. I just picked it up, kind of stuck it together and threw it on top. Poked some holes in it, put it in the oven. First I put it in the oven with the foil on top, because remember I told y'all my oven was cooking things faster than I liked. So I put it in there, poked some holes in it, laid the foil over top. Somebody suggested that. Sorry, I forgot your name. And so it cooked for a little bit, and then I ended up taking the foil off and cooked it for probably like 10 minutes longer. 20 minutes first time, then 10 minutes after, I think. Yeah, I think so. But when I tell you that pie is so good with that buttery crust, listen, it does not take a long time to make crust at all. Like it is flour, a little sugar, a little salt, cold butter, and cold water. Easy peasy, beautiful cover girl, right? So you just go ahead, mix. I use my what's it called? Food processor. But you can do it by hand. You could do it with a dough. I forgot what that thing. It got the little handle with the little metal line things where you cut the dough with butter in the dough. I forgot what it's called. But you can use those, which I have one of them. Or you could use 2 knives to slice the butter up in the flour to make it all cream. Or you could use your hands. Before all these fancy tools, grandmama, back in the day, she was just using her hands for everything. We the ones became fancy and lazy and gotta have a tool for everything. But when I tell you that pie is so good, we had some for breakfast. It's banging. So it's a cobbler pie. I call it a piebler. So I don't know which one is the true cobbler, but but it's so good. And I'll tell you this, my desserts may not be pretty because I don't know how to like design and decorate and all that, but they will be darn delicious. Okay, they will be the best thing you ever tasted. So I mean, you might be like, ooh, why that look like that? I should have took a picture of it. It wasn't terrible, but it's not gonna win no award for best presentation at all. But it's going to be darn delicious. Like, not even jiving you, turkey. It'll be probably one of the best things you ever tasted in your life. You know? Because that's just how I roll. That's just how I roll. So, I have some other things to say. I don't remember. But it's okay. So, I'm gonna get off the sugar again. Sugar is literally like a drug. Although I don't crave it. I just enjoy it because I love to bake. Like, baking is my thing. And it's just amazing to me. Like, I literally taught myself how to bake. Like, I have to follow a recipe, of course. I wish I knew how to just, figure things out. I mean, just bake my own recipes and measurements and all that. But I'm pretty sure if I look up, what you need, like the ratios, flour to salt to butter to fats, you know what I'm saying? If I looked up that ratio and learned that, I'm sure I could just throw stuff together. Like I can do that with food a little bit. Like I can figure out, like I can say, okay, I want to eat this. I want this to taste this way. So I can kind of play around with food and create different recipes. Like it's this pasta I made, this ribeye pasta that I made. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, it was banging. I'll have to look at the picture to kind of figure out what I made it with, but it's banging. That's another thing too. Like I'll make something and then I won't write it down, and my honey will be like, "Oh, that was so good," and I'll be like, "Oh, you know what? I can't make that again because I don't remember what I did." But baking isn't like that, because baking is literally a science. So you have to have the fat ratio to I don't even know the rest of the name. Salt, I don't know, but it has to be a certain measurements or it's going to turn into some crap. You know what I'm saying? So there's the thing with figuring that out. But yeah, so that's my struggle with eating sugar. I just love to bake because I love creating something out of nothing. I think I said this before, like you have all of these ingredients and you have to merge them together in order for it to become something delicious and beautiful. Well, not beautiful, because some of my stuff be ugly, but it's gonna be delicious. And a lot of people can't do that. There's a lot of people that can't cook. There's a lot of women that can't cook. It's just a lot of people that just can't cook. And I was just like, I can do that, and I don't need nobody help. I can do it all by myself. I can make you an entire feast all by myself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I gotta go because I got other work to do. So thanks for stopping in. Remember to smile because you're beautiful and love yourself. Oops, sorry. Because if you don't love yourself, why would anyone else? Until next time. Dang, girl, why you keep messing with that mic like that?